So here we are live on Facebook and getting ready to go live on Instagram too as we celebrate the book birthday for the Merry Matchmaker. Here we go. There we go. We are up and rolling, and I'm hoping we're going to get some partiers here to join us. I am looking forward to hanging out with y'all for a little while and just talking about the holidays as they're right around the corner now, and having some fun. So as you enter, be sure and give us a big hi and let us know where you're coming in from, and that will be great fun. So that's the little announcement before we start. Gerhard is shaking his head and trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think anybody's arrived yet. When you arrive, let me know you're here, guys, okay? So that we can not be partying by ourselves. Here comes some bodies, some of our regulars. Hi, you guys. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jennifer. And Gerhard, are you seeing our friends showing up? Okay, let me just, hang on, guys. We're going to always, as often happens, we're having slight technical difficulties. So where are we? Maybe we're under reels. I don't know where we are. I tell you what, guys, this is always an adventure. I never know what's going to happen next, but theoretically, you should be showing up somewhere here. There we are. We found you. We are good to go. All right. Technical difficulty overcome. So again, we have somebody coming from Ontario, Canada. Hi. More issues. Issues, always issues. There we are. Right there. All right, now we are good. We have Gerhard here in the background. He is monitoring comments and things because, of course, we're going to have some goodies to give away because you can't have a party without party favors. So South Dakota, hi, Peggy. Let's see. And we had Leslie. I know you're coming in from California, right? Am I delirious? Anyway. And let's see, we've got Columbus, Ohio. Very cool. Hi, Connie. Hi, Katrina, coming in from I don't know where. And Lisa ringing in from Pennsylvania. My big goal is that someday we'll get every state in the U.S. showing up here at a party. That would be really fun to have us from all over everywhere. So be sure you say where you're coming in from, guys. And I want to, before we start, just take a moment to say a shout out to our friends in the South who are going through so much and who are there on the coast and all the issues with the hurricanes and destruction and problems. And I know people are without power still and water and all kinds of awful things. And guys, we are so sorry. And if you happen to be being able to ring in today and you're going through something, post that too so that we can encourage you, send prayers, and just make you feel a little bit better. Sometimes, it seems almost frivolous to do something silly like this when so many people are going through hard times, but sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of an escape. So we're just going to escape into the holidays early here and just have a little bit of fun. And I do see something from Washington. Yay. Hi, Brenda. That's very cool. Michigan, someday we're going to have every state here. That would be really fun. And hi, too, to all my Instagram friends who have joined us. Thank you so much. We're going to have a good time today. I've got a little game. And, usually it's trivia, but don't laugh now. It's going to be all about me this time. We're going to see, because I know some of you have read a lot of Sheila books, and we're going to just see how many you've read and what you think you might know. And we're going to talk holidays. So hi, Sonia, coming in from Tennessee. Hopefully you weren't anywhere near where the dam broke, are you? My geography is so bad. I hope not. Anyway, it's just terrible. I am so sorry for all of you out there who are going through bad stuff. But hopefully, those of you who are here, we can have a good time and just encourage each other. The good thing about looking forward to the holidays, it's a great chance to just step back and kind of be thankful for what we do have and just make each other feel better. And hopefully we're going to be able to do that. Hi, Gail. Gail is one of my street team girls, so it's fun to see her. And Pam is here. Family and friends in the deep of it. I'm so sorry, Pam. Pam, remind me where you're coming in from. A lot of you are regulars, but I always forget where you live. So just remind me. Okay, so there's that note. I'm kind of reading through as I go through to make sure I don't miss any special announcements. Thank you to all of you who pre-ordered the Merry Matchmaker. That just always makes our publishers so happy and makes us feel so happy. And I really appreciate that commitment that you made, just assuming that you're going to love that book, and I hope you are. And that pre-order says a lot about how you feel about the upcoming book and that you trust that it's going to be a good one. So thank you for that. Let's see. Also, now we are going to have goodies. Of course, we have. I just happen to have now. These are special things when we do the little recipe cards, because really the only people who get these are my street team and when I do book appearances. And otherwise, the only way you get one is if you happen to win a game that we're playing. So I've got some of those for our top people who win. Gerhard will be monitoring and seeing who does what. And we've got that. And we do also, those of you who are here with us live and are commenting, we are going to pick a grand prize for the winner. I have, I brought back goodies from our travels down memory lane, and I have this really cool scarf. See if I can hold this and not mess it up. From Paris. It's quite large. It's more shawl than scarf. Anyway, is this gorgeous or what? And someone is going to be a lucky winner of that tonight. Gerhard is going to randomly pick a post, somebody posting a comment. So feel free to comment as we go along, and you might win that really, really cool scarf, which, oh gosh, that's really hard for me to get rid of. I kind of want to keep that for myself, but I'm going to be a good girl and be generous and let somebody enjoy that little memory of Paris, especially if maybe you never make it to Paris, that might be the closest you get, and you can enjoy that, wear it in good health. So I think that's most of what I wanted to say, other than a reminder, be sure and let us know if you're just coming in, where you're coming from, which state you're from, or if we've had one person from Canada come in, which is very cool. And so I appreciate you all coming and hanging out with me to celebrate the birthday, blah, 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 for the Merry Matchmaker, which comes out tomorrow. I originally do these on the day of when the book comes out, but I have to go into the big city for a doctor appointment, and I'm thinking, I just want to make sure I'm here to do this. So tonight worked out well for that. And speaking of doctors, I want you to know I did survive my little goofy allergic reaction to the flu shot. I have like puffy face now, whichever side it's on. It's like, but you know what? That's life. My puffy face and I are here for you. So anyway, Southern Indiana, that's cool. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for joining us. Very cool. And yes, I love this book cover too. I think it's adorable. They did such a good job with it. And I'm going to read a quick little excerpt from that after we play our game. But I should mention, grab your pencils. I'll stall and talk a little bit while you're getting pencil and paper or getting ready with your iPad or your tablet so that you can be writing down your answers. Hello, I see Lisa Thompson Bland made it. And I know Lisa, I think, is one who is going through a lot of misery right now with the flooding and stuff. And I think when you posted earlier, you didn't have power yet. So I appreciate you being here, and we are sorry for what you guys are going through. It's just awful. Anyway, not a fun time, but we're gonna kind of bury our heads in the holiday sand this evening and just have a little bit of fun and forget all the icky things that are going on around us and just kind of have an escape night. So I hope you're ready to just get away from the icky things and have some fun. So meanwhile, hopefully you're all getting your pencils and your papers and you're ready to play this game. This is going to be, like I said, usually we do a trivia game, but this time it's going to be I'm going to see how well my readers really know me and how many of my books you really know. And hi, I see Jody has come in from back east. And hi, Brooke, thanks for coming. And Brooke, where you're coming in from? Let us know. And Marie Palermo, did I say it right? Emery, I know you've been to things before. I appreciate you showing up tonight. Let us know where you're here from. I've got quite a few states represented so far, and so I appreciate you guys. Okay, Pam says she's got her paper and pen. I hope the rest of you have got your paper and pen. If not, run get it right now, because we're going to start playing this little game that I have come up with for you. Oh, itchy nose. Why is it that every time the camera starts, my nose itches? I don't know what that's about. Somebody said it's nerves, but we're all friends here, so I never feel nervous. So I don't know why my nose itches, but it does. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready for our game? This is going to be, it's going to be take a guess. That's what I'm calling it. So I want you to get ready to take a guess. Now this one, if anybody even gets close, I will be surprised, because I've been around for a while and you maybe haven't all known me for a while. So we'll see how you do. And by the way, hi, Anne-Marie from Oxford. Thank you for letting us know where you're from, Anne-Marie. Very fun. Anyway, so here's question number one. See what you can say. How many Christmas stories has Sheila written so far in her career? How many Christmas stories has Sheila written so far in her career? There have been a few. I have a magic number I'm hoping to get through before I retire. We'll see if I make it. That's question number 1. Okay, number 2. What was the title of last year's Christmas novel that little Sheila wrote? What was the title of last year's Christmas novel? Chelsea said 50 books. That's very kind of you, Chelsea. Okay, lower it just a little bit. I'd have to have been around for 50 years. Remember, you do these kind of one every year kind of thing, and I may be getting up there in age, but I'm not quite old enough to have done 50. So, hi from Wisconsin, Karen. Thanks for coming in. The land of cheese. Yum, yum. Okay, so that was question number 2. Number 1 was how many Christmas tales has Sheila written? Oh, Marta. I'm impressed. Okay, and the second one was what was the title of last year's Christmas novel? Number 3, who got haunted by his dead wife at Christmas?
Don't post the answers.
Yeah, oh yeah. Garrett says, don't post the answers, you guys. Don't post the answers because we want to save that to the end. Sometimes people get a little irritated when you do that. So wait till the end. I promise you'll have a chance to post the answers. Right now, just write. Okay, just write on your whatever. All right, number 4. What famous story did that book that I just mentioned, what did that pay homage to? That was inspired by a very famous Christmas story. So what did that one pay homage to? Number 5, what is Sheila's favorite Christmas movie? I think I have mentioned this before in times talking about people. Let's see if you remember this. Talking about people, talking with people. Boy, I tell you, you guys, I washed my mouth today and I can't do a thing with it. Anyway, so that was number 5. What's Sheila's favorite Christmas movie? Number 6, where did Christmas on Candy Cane Lane take place? That was both a book and a movie. Where was it set? It was set in a specific place. Number 7, what is the name of the book and the movie that features a matchmaking cat? I guess this isn't my first time talking about matchmaking, is it?
Don't post the answers.
I know, Garrett said, don't post the answers yet. Don't post the answers. It's so hard not to because I'm asking a question, right? But I promise we're going to have a chance for you to post your answers in just a minute. Okay, what was the title of Sheila's first well-known Christmas novel? And I'll give you a hint. It had to do with a group of friends who put the guys in charge for the holidays. Brenda, I promise I'm going to reread them, so don't panic. Just write down as it comes to you, okay? That is number 8. What was the title of Sheila's first Christmas book about the women who put the guys in charge? Okay, number 8. I'll tell you a story about that too. Remind me to do that. Number 9, what is Sheila's favorite holiday? I'm sure you can guess that. What is Sheila's favorite holiday? And number 10, have you made any recipes that were included in Sheila's holiday books? If so, you can post what you've done. Okay, now I know we went through that fast, so I'm going to read them one more time and then we'll do the answers as we go. Okay, so number 1, how many Christmas stories has Sheila written in her career? Well, if you get the number right, I will be amazed because one of them was even written under a different name a million years ago before I reinvented myself. So I don't know if you're going to get the answer to that, but that was number 1. Number 2 was what was the title of last year's Christmas book? Number 3, who got haunted by his dead wife at Christmas time? And number 4 is what famous story was that an homage to? Oh, hi, Rose has joined us. Hi from Bountiful, Utah. Great that you could come. All right, now on to question number 5. What is Sheila's favorite Christmas movie? Number 6, where did Christmas on Candy Cane Lane take place? Number 7 is what is the name of the book and the movie that features the matchmaking cat? And I think more people have seen the movie than have read the book. I would suggest read the book because there is a lot missing in the movie. Okay, what was the titles of Sheila's first well-known Christmas book? And number 9, what is Sheila's favorite holiday? And then our last one was, have you made any of the recipes that come in Sheila's holiday books? So now we'll go back to the answers. How many Christmas stories has little Sheila written? Hey, oh, by the way, hi, Lori from Leavenworth. Yay, Leavenworth, which, by the way, Some of you may already know this, but that was the inspiration for the town of Icicle Falls in my Life in Icicle Falls series. So I love that place. It's in the Cascades in Washington, and it's a German-themed town, and it's just adorable. It's like girl heaven because they have the most amazing shops. It's a cool place. If you're anywhere near Washington or want to put that on your visiting list, do that. People come from all over the world actually to visit Leavenworth. It's very cool. Okay, but so the answer to number 1 is 18. I've written 18 books, and I'm hoping that I will get to 20 before it's time to retire. We'll see if I make that. I have a couple more ideas, so I'm hoping I can hit that fun little landmark number of 20. So if you said 18 though, that's the right answer. Give yourself a good check that you got it. And hi from West Virginia, Sheila. From one Sheila to the other. Very fun to see you here. Okay, so that was the answer number 1. Number 2, what was the title of last year's Christmas book? That was The 12 Months of Christmas. Did you get The 12 Months of Christmas? If you got that, yay you. That was the answer to number 2. The book was The 12 Months of Christmas. Number 3, who got haunted by his wife at Christmas time? That was Stanley Mann in A Little Christmas Spirit. His wife was determined he was going to come out of mourning and reconnect with his Christmas spirit, and she just kept doing all these little manipulations in his life and appearing to him to make sure that he got over his hump of mourning and rejoined the human race. So that was that one. And that is one of my all-time favorite books. I just love Stanley Mann. I love the story. I love the message behind it. And that actually was kind of my homage to Dickens' A Christmas Carol, which I think was one of the most brilliant stories ever written. So that was the answer to number 4. The answer to that is Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Okay. Number 5. What is Sheila's favorite Christmas movie? I think you guys have heard me talking about this times past, and maybe it's yours, but my still all-time favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life, because I love the message of that. No man is poor who has friends. And we just see how much this man just did in his daily life that had such an impact on the people around him. And I find that so inspiring. And I think that can be an encouragement to all of us. Sometimes we think we need to do these big, bold things to make a difference in the world. And sometimes we just need to make a difference in our own little corner of the world, don't you think? So anyway, that's my favorite Christmas movie. And by the way, hi, Robin. I see you've checked in. Hello, hello. Okay, that was the answer to number 5. Number 6, where did Christmas on Candy Cane Lane take place? Well, we mentioned it earlier, Icicle Falls. Icicle Falls, which is based on Leavenworth, Washington, I just love. And I did several books set in that town. And A Christmas in Candy Cane Lane was one of the Christmas books. There were actually 3 holiday-based books that took place in Icicle Falls. Melanie, it's okay if you don't play. We're just happy you're here. Thanks for showing up. Okay, so that was number 6. Oh, she knows again. All right, and number 7, what is the name of the book and the movie that featured the matchmaking count? That was The 9 Lives of Christmas. Who got that one? I bet a lot of you did. I bet a lot of you saw the Hallmark movie. Did you see Gerhard and me in the Hallmark movie? We have a cameo role in that. And so if you've watched it and you've seen the restaurant scene where our heroine is meeting her sister, we are the first couple who are seated there. And then you'll kind of see us in the background having our conversation. So that was my my one bid for fame, and it was short-lived, but it was really fun. We had a really good time doing that. So anyway, the answer then to that number 7 is The 9 Lives of Christmas. So yes, Melanie, a lot of people love that movie. It was a fun movie. And that's another book that I just is a real special one to me. So if you said The 9 Lives of Christmas, you got it right. All right, so we have done 7 questions now. Number 8, what was that title of the book about the women who put all the guys in charge for Christmas? Gerhard is so proud of himself because he was being naughty one year, and he actually inspired that book because he was being naughty. I said, I'm going to put you in a book. And of course, that turned out to be a good thing because the book did well and we got a movie deal out of it. But that book was On Strike for Christmas. And that started out with one woman who was frustrated and then a couple other friends in her knitting group. And they kind of decided, okay, fine, we're going on strike. We're putting the guys in charge. And of course, that had some very interesting results as the guys weren't used to being in charge of the cookie baking and going to see Santa and throwing the parties and all the things that we women tend to take care of. So that was kind of a fun one. I'll tell you a funny story about that movie. In the book, our heroine Joy House and her husband, Bob Humbug, have two kids. One's a son and one's a daughter. And for the movie, they changed that to two sons. And my poor daughter, she's like, wait a minute, I got lost on the cutting room floor. Where's the daughter? So sadly, I'm not sure what happened to the daughter, but there was no daughter in the movie, but there was a daughter in the book. So anyway, so the answer to that obvious is on strike for Christmas. And that still is one of my favorites too, because it was just funny. It's probably a little dated now because it came out quite a while ago and our technology and everything has advanced since then. But I think the story is still fun. So anyway. Oh, Shirley, yeah, that's so interesting. You didn't know that movie was based on my book. It was pretty fun, huh? Okay, so that was the answer to number 8. Number 9, what is Sheila's favorite holiday? Boy, gosh, if you can't guess by now, it's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. I love Christmas. I love the message of hope behind Christmas. I love the parties, the lights, the decorations, the music, the food. I love everything about Christmas. I think it's a lovely and inspiring and encouraging holiday. And so if you put Christmas, that's Sheila's favorite holiday. All right, so number 10. I'm really curious for you guys to ring in on this one. How many of you have ever tried to make any of the recipes in the books? I would love to know who has. That just sounds, I mean, I love these recipes, and I'm always happy when people make them. By the way, speaking of on strike for Christmas, I had my red velvet cake recipe in there. Oh no, I take it back. It was Merry Xmas. And somehow or other, everything got included in that recipe but the sugar. So if you happen to buy, I'm pretty sure that was the book. If you happen to buy that book and you're wondering, where's the sugar? Add 1 cup of sugar. I don't know how that got left out. I don't know how nobody noticed that the sugar was missing from the recipe ingredients, but there you have it. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, the cookies. Yes, the cherry chocolate chip ones. And one of you, I don't remember who it was now, I apologize, but one of you actually told me about those cookies. And oh my gosh, every time I make those are a huge, huge hit. Oh, Kim, I'm so happy to hear that you've made some of the newsletter recipes. You know, I work really hard to come up with a different recipe for the newsletter every time, every month. And sometimes that's a challenge, but we always have a recipe of the month. And if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, hop on over there to Sheila's Place and sign up for it. We've always got some kind of health tip or money tip or thing about gardening or whatever. And we've always got something like that. We've always got a recipe of the month. There's always a little thing about where I'm going to be appearing. And by the way, if you guys remember when I had Rayanne Thien on a while back and we were talking about an upcoming tour together, that is going to be happening that first weekend and in November, starting on the 1st, which is a Friday. We will be at Story and Song in Fernandina Beach, and that is a ticketed event. I'm going to actually at some point here post the link for those of you who might be in the area or want to share it with somebody who is in the area. And it's not going to be just Rayanne and me. My friend Nancy Nagel, who really is the Hallmark movie queen, is going to be joining us for our events that we do on that first Saturday in November. We'll be at the Barnes & Noble in Hilton Head, and then we're going to be at All Good Books in Columbia, South Carolina. Nancy will be with us for that. And then Nancy and I will be on the Sunday of that weekend. We're going to be at Books A Million in my mind went blank, in Beaufort, South Carolina. Poor Beaufort. Hopefully they will be recovered by then. But that is going to be, we're going to have so much fun at these, I tell you. And I know you're going to want to have a chance to meet these guys. And I am going to post that schedule. And even if you can't come, you might know somebody in your online book club who is in the area. And if you would like to post it to share, I would love that. That'd be great. So yes, and we are going to be, oh my gosh, Diane, this is going to be fun. We are going to have such a good time with people. I could hardly wait. So let's go back to the game and see, how'd y'all do? Who got, Carolyn said she got 8. Who can top 8? Can anybody top 8 answers right? That's pretty impressive, actually. Marta, I've only read one of Nancy's books so far. It was good. Yes, Nancy is. She's a lovely writer. Deanne got 9. Okay, there are 2 winners. Let's see if we get another person. 9. Do we have another 9, or can anybody top it with 10? Nancy, 4 of 10. That's okay. Test, fear of testing, right? I do that too. We often play. Have any of you played the game categories, where you have to you roll the dice and you have a letter and you've got to come up with names and things that match the letter. That dice rolls, and then I just go, and then my mind goes blank. So I get it. All right. So I see, the pina colada shortbread. Anne made that. Did you like that? I love that. Oh my goodness. That's one of my faves. Really is. So far I see 2 winners here. That might be our only 2. If anybody else, let's see. And Jody got, Gerhardt's already, what has he picked? We have 2. Can you, read them to me, Gerhardt.
We have 4 and 8. Corey Massey. Carolyn Painter. Marta Sauter. Jody Roberg.
And Jody Roberge.
They had 8.
8.
And 1 at 9, Deanne Kraft.
And Deanne Kraft at 9. Okay, guys, y'all heard your names. And even though you always all send me your addresses, do it again, because I don't keep track of stuff. I really don't. So message me your mailing address and we will send you your little recipe cards here. So, okay, those are our winners. And do we have a winner already for the scarf? Oh, why? Oh my goodness. Connie Cox. I can't pronounce your last name. Is this SZUK?
Yeah.
SZUK. Did you hear that, Connie? Are you out there? Connie Cox, SZUK, has just won the scarf. Gerhardt just made a decision right now, picked a name, and you have won that. And I'm going to try and find you in the comments and message you, but I'm hoping you're hearing this. I need you to message me your mailing address so we can get it in the mail to you. Deanne says, if you want to pick someone else, I already have that recipe card. So if Gerhardt sees anybody else who rings in, who got a lot of answers, thank you, Deanne. That was sweet of you. Then we will send out to somebody else. So, but meanwhile, you guys all heard your names, right? So message me. I need mailing addresses. And sometimes it is so hard to go through all of the different, especially when we're on 2 different platforms, to go through everything and find somebody. So I hope you're always paying attention when I do analysis. It makes it a lot easier than hunting through everything, all the comments, and trying to find you. So anyway, there we go. There are our winners. Now, what do we have left on our agenda on the party? Oh, Gerhardt's raising a finger.
Okay, so Connie.
Connie.
She won. We just need her address.
We need Connie's address.
And
who else is in? I think Gerhardt has some already.
Yeah, those 4.
Oh, and then I guess I'm reiterating. Carolyn, Corinne, and Marta, correct? I think I said that right.
And Jody.
Yeah, and Jody.
I think she has.
And Jody. Okay, so that's it. Congratulations to all of you. All right, now where am I in my schedule of events? I always write things down because otherwise I tend to forget. Oh, I thought it would be fun to actually read just a little blurb from the book. So I'm going to read a blurb from this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our heroine, Frankie Lane, she happens to be a widow. She lost her husband far too young. And so, she figures that's it for her, but she can still meddle in everybody else's love life. And one of the people she wants to meddle with is her good friend and supporter, Mitch, who's been there for her, ever since she lost her husband and since she started her business. But Mitch is just, he just doesn't understand about love and he needs some help. So she and her friend Viola decide that they're just going to put him on a dating app and find someone for him. So on they go as Mitch, and let's see what's going on. Finally the candidate that they think is the winner is Wilhelmina Fritz. So Wilhelmina Fritz proclaimed herself fit and 50. Her profile picture showed a slender woman with brown shoulder-length hair and a pretty round face. She was on a hiking trail, posing surrounded by fir and maple trees with a golden Labrador by her side. Love to hike, she wrote. Well, there you go. That sounds good, doesn't it? So she is going to go ahead and do some machinations, and they start corresponding back and forth with Wilhelmina, and we set up a meetup. So hopefully it's going to go smoothly. But let us see what happens when we get to the meetup. So she manages to lure Mitch into going to the local coffee shop with her, where they're going to meet Wilhelmina. So I can see it. And so let's see what happens when Wilhelmina shows up. Oh my. This woman, speaking the woman of his dreams, who was the woman marching into the office shop, stuffed into red leggings and a red coat, carrying a manila folder under her arms? The face looked vaguely familiar. Oh no, it couldn't be. Mitch, the woman called as she approached the table. It's so good to finally get to meet you. Both of Mitch's eyebrows flew up to his hairline. It's me, Wilhelmina Fritz, said the woman, plunking down at the table and smiling at Mitch. Ho, 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 she said, and held out her wrist, jiggling the holiday charm bracelet on it. Mitch stared at it, shook his head slowly. Christmas, get it? It's my favorite holiday, too. He nodded and shot a look at Frankie. Help. I know I look a little different than my best for you profile, Wilhelmina said. A little? She could have been her own mother. If Wilhelmina was in her 50s, Frankie would eat her Santa hat. Where was the fit-looking, outdoorsy woman Frankie had hoped would be a match for Mitch and become her new friend as well? The woman who bragged about the marathon she'd run. The only thing that looked the same about her was her hair color, and frankly, Frankie could see gray roots lurking under the brown. Not that she had a problem with a woman keeping the same hair color as long as she wanted, and she didn't have a problem with someone's weight, but she did have a problem with a woman passing herself off as completely different. She frowned. Wilhelmina didn't see. She was too busy giving her sales pitch to Mitch. I've gained a few pounds since that picture I posted was taken, and a few years, but I'm in much better shape than I look, and my bones are perfect. My teeth are great, too. I brought my dental records to prove it. Wilhelmina smiled and gave the folder a tap. Mitch was still a step behind. Best for you, he repeated. It's so hard to find a good man these days, Wilhelmina said. There are so many losers and cheaters out there. When I read your profile, I could tell you were special and so genuine. My profile. He looked at Frankie again, this time with narrowed eyes. I promised I'd get a latte for Mama. I need to get back to the shop, Frankie said, and began to rise. Mitch caught her arm and pulled her back down onto her seat. Stay a little longer. It wasn't a request. Is this your sister? Wilhelmina guessed. She almost smiled at Frankie. No, this is my wife, Mitch lied. We're getting back together. Wilhelmina pulled back as if he'd slapped her. Then she glared at him. Of all the rotten fakes, she snarled, picking up her folder. You should have taken your profile down, and you sure shouldn't have been flirting online with me. She stood and pushed away from the table, almost knocking over her chair. Men like you are scum. Scum. Want to explain what just happened? Mitch said to Frankie as Wilhelmina marched out of the coffee shop. You are behind this, aren't you? Well, I just got to thinking, is that what you call it? Oh, Frankie is in so much trouble. Oh, my goodness. Well, you're going to have to, of course, read the book to see what happens with Frankie and Mitch and Frankie's sister, who she's also going to help find her perfect man in time for Christmas. So it's just a fun romp, and I know you all know how excited I was to get that starred review from Publishers Weekly. Those are like finding a magical unicorn. It's my first one ever, so I'm very excited. So again, there's my cute little cover with the tabs in it, so I know what I was going to read. So anyway, that's it. That's my little book. It will be born and on the shelves tomorrow. And if you haven't had a chance to pre-order it and would like to, I hope you will. And let me know how you like it. So that's it for the birthday party, you guys. It was short and sweet, but I hope you had a good time. And we will be doing more things, of course, in the future. I've got authors lined up to be interviewing here as time goes on. And again, our cards, Corinne Massey, Carolyn Painter, Marta Sauter, and Jody, you're the winners for that. And Connie Cox, whose last name S-Z-U-K. I apologize for murdering your last name, but you're our scarf winner. So guys, be sure to message me, and thanks for hanging out with me today. And for those of you, again, who are going through hard times with the flooding and all these awful things that have been happening, our hearts go out to you, our prayers are with you, and we just hope that you will get through this quickly and be ready for some good holiday fun as the time goes on. And so now I'm just going to say, I'm going to slowly close us out here and end our videos. Thank you so much for coming. One and all. I just appreciate it so much. Love you guys and appreciate you. And we'll be in touch and watch for those posts about different appearances. And please do share them with your friends. And I hope you all are going to enjoy meeting the Merry Matchmaker.